Broadcasting live from the World Wide Web, this is the Retro Handhelds podcast, featuring your host Stubbs, Rob the Retro Tech Dad, Aish Rios, and our special guest, Gilly from OásisDigital. So sit back, relax, crack open some hot cocoa, and let's get this aging gamer party started. Boom shakalaka.
Boom shakalaka. Indeed.
Boom shakalaka.
What's going on, everybody? Stubbs here, Retro Handhelds. I'm here with my crew. We got Rob back from vacation. Rob, it's so good to see your face, man. You haven't aged
good to
today.
See your beautiful face as well.
Oh, yeah.
And Aish's glorious face.
We'll get into that. Aish is here to hang with the crew, and we got Gilly of OásisDigital / Retro Oasis in the US. And you may have noticed his face. We've had him on the show before, but it's been a while. Welcome back to the show, dude.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to be back here. I love you guys. Yeah, I watch the show all the time.
Really? This show?
Yeah, I do.
People actually watch us?
Oh, I thought I was broadcasting to my mom.
Ever since they moved us to that 3 a.m. slot, we've been doing a lot better. Been helping us out.
Well, guys, we have a bunch of topics to get into today. Of course, probably all of us now have the Steam Deck OLED, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Yeah, as one
I
does.
actually just offloaded my LCD.
Perfectly
I got more
normal.
than I was expecting for it, to be honest. It's kind of nice.
Mine's in the case. You know what I went with? I went with the 512 in the end, Rob.
Oh, yeah?
I ended up selling the LE.
But that's what I did. I did the
What?
512 and upgraded.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I put the fun mods on, and I have a video about to come out. I've been working on all week. For some reason, making just a screen comparison video is the hardest thing in the world to me. This thing is ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know why. It's just a different flow. So it's taken me a minute. About to have the G8 Galileo come in. So going to compare that to this backbone, which I actually like.
Put out a video on that.
I saw that there's lots of content, and I've been holding back from watching it just to not influence. But in the meantime, I've been trying out the backbone, the black version, and this is so much better than the PlayStation version. It's not even funny. Completely different controller.
Is it really?
Completely
Wow.
different controller. Yeah, wildly different for my purposes and needs and feels and aesthetics and OCD ramblings.
Come on, it can be better than the PlayStation Portal. It can be better.
It is. Yeah,
I can't believe that thing is sold out.
It's unbelievable. It's
I feel like it was scalpers. And like it has to be
know.
scalpers.
Yeah, that's true.
Why scalpers on the PlayStation Portal of all things? Why? Because it's a PlayStation
It's a
product.
PlayStation thing.
Yeah,
but then again, they
100%.
also sell a $200 controller, and people buy that without a screen. This is just a controller with a screen. So I don't know. PlayStation people are crazy.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people, but I'm not a major fan. I'm like,
I think we just underestimated the demand for it, honestly.
Yeah.
I guess, it's fun. It comes in handy on Thanksgiving.
I think for us, it's so easy to set up a handheld to stream that we think, oh, this isn't a big deal at all. But then when you consider the normal person, the normal user that goes for just a console.
Hey, we're normal.
Well, yeah, but we're okay playing on like handhelds and setting up front ends and all of that. Most people just want to turn the system on and play. So that is pretty appealing. And $200 for a Sony product, as crazy as I think it is for the usual like average buyer, it's not that crazy.
It just doesn't make much sense, because if you see the comparison of people streaming using their phones or tablets, like it's so much more fluid on the tablet than on the Portal. Like it feels like they released a device that's half baked. It's just let's make money. That's it.
Yeah, like what are we doing here?
If this wasn't like Wi-Fi based, if they would have done like what Nintendo did with the Wii U gamepad, like a better version of that, where you don't need Wi-Fi, then that'd be a pretty cool thing. But if you're depending on how good your Wi-Fi is, it's a miss. Plus, they did some shady things with like the Bluetooth side of it that you can't, even though it probably does have Bluetooth, you just can't use it.
Yeah.
So little things like that.
All right, Ben. Jesus, sorry guys, I had to get past the beans up. He said he's gonna quit otherwise. Okay, you're gonna catch it this time? I'm not going to help you anymore. Jesus!
You're gonna hurt yourself, man. I think the biggest tease is that they put a Snapdragon chip in it and we can't do anything with it.
Okay, you got it.
I
I
wonder
thought
if
someone was able to get
Yeah,
access
go-
to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Gilly.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought. Like, I
Yeah.
wonder if someone will be able to like jailbreak or do something with that, and then that would be fun. You know,
Yeah.
play emulators on a big
I
screen,
agree.
and with a good controller, and then that would be awesome.
It would
I
be.
wonder how much onboard storage they actually put in there. Like there has to be some just for like the OS and all of that, because I don't think you can add any external. But if it's like 32 gigs and you can just add like Game Pass or something to it, that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
It would. It would be almost as cool as finding out that the Ayaneo Pocket Air S. No, I'm sorry, Ayaneo Pocket S. There's no Air anymore.
Mhm.
They're done with the Air. Almost as cool as knowing this is coming.
Did they ever
this
really get
year.
started with the Air? The
Hey.
Pocket Air?
Well, they did one. They did a little one-off there, and I actually
Yeah.
happen to like it a lot. So, Dan put out a little write-up this week, and
I feel like all of Ayaneo's products at this point are one-offs.
they'll find their way.
Yeah.
I mean, this
Well-
looks super sleek. Don't get me wrong. This looks really
I think-
nice.
I mean, it's a fingerprint magnet. Let's be honest,
100%.
but, and it doesn't look like an OLED screen, so that's some concerning. But it does have a Snapdragon 8 GX3 Gen 2.
Gen 2, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
Mouthful.
The
mouthful.
switch sticks.
Yeah.
I can't unstick
The
the
switch
switch
sticks?
stick.
At least they're not
They're Hall
recessed.
sticks, right? They're
Yeah.
going to be Hall sticks. You know, look at in the fingerprint
Yeah.
reader.
Mhm.
Okay, and it's pocketable. It's more pocketable than the regular Air.
Yeah.
It's going to fit my nubs.
I love you
So-
can't see the bezels. Like, there's no bezel at all.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's clean. It looks
looks-
so clean.
Yeah.
It looks like it's
Yeah.
made for Damien
Yeah.
on our team.
It looks like a post
I saw your
puberty
message. You
RP
said that's
Retro
gonna reel him
Pocket
back
2S.
in.
Like this
Well,
is like it looks like a post puberty Retro Pocket 2S.
Yeah, it's
Like it grew up and this is what it turned into.
it looks like a Sony product, really.
Or an Apple product. With the
Mhm.
glass
Yeah,
front
it's-
like that.
It's
Just
I mean, it looks
concerned
clean.
about their ergonomy. Just concerned about their
Yeah.
ergonomy. I don't think it's going to be great.
Yeah.
Me neither.
well, I think I don't know. It depends what the price is going to be for me. Like if this is under $300, it's a
No.
curiosity. I want to try it out. If this does have an OLED screen, like I keep hoping for, I'm sold. Okay, that's my first thing.
Once you go OLED, you never go back. It's just
I'm like I keep saying this month I become Daddy OLED. That's my new channel.
I mean, all the screens are great.
The DOLED. The DOLED is my
OLED.
new channel.
I say this in the most respectful way to Ayaneo. They're like the high-end Pau Kitty. Like every device is wildly different than the last one, and you never know what they're going to come out with.
yeah.
But each one is so dang high quality. Like each
Yeah.
one definitely.
Yeah, they're
deserves
the high-end version of that. Like
The
I just
highest
imagine like Pau Kitty comes into a room and they just start throwing darts at the wall to see like, oh, this is the next handheld. I feel like this is like Ayaneo has the same process. It's just in a way fancier setting.
For sure.
That's how they do it. They're like, we got to make this.
Well, I left a comment on this video. If you scroll down, that says, "Hello, we would like to review this, please."
Yeah.
So if they hear my battle cry, then I will definitely try it out. I don't know if I want to spend around Christmas time an extra potentially $400. So that's
I actually snuck that in there because I know you guys got the AM01
Mhm.
Mini PC. So I asked them about that as well. I was like, hey, so are you guys going to be sending out some units for that as well? I want to
say-
see,
any
There-
response on that or
Not yet.
They're going
We'll
to be like,
see.
yeah, but not to you.
not to you? We
I
see what you
was
say.
shocked they reached out to me, honestly.
I
I was
know.
like, because
I
I know
was
they're
shocked.
pretty tight-lipped about that kind of stuff.
I was
so-
shocked they reached out to Joey this week after he had a little fun
They
in the
clearly have
Ayaneo
not
Discord.
reviewed his content.
Well, he
I
just
actually
said-
respect that from them, though.
I do
it's
too,
yeah.
Yeah.
And he said in Joey's Retro Handheld said in his best of 2023 video that well, he just didn't love the Ayaneo offerings this year.
Mhm.
But I think where he went wrong maybe is when he said the worst. That saying that here's the worst handhelds of the year. I feel always is going to be a tough road
Mhm.
to pave.
Yeah.
But that's Joey's brand, though. Like, if
It
he
is.
didn't, I'd feel like I'm being
Like-
shortchanged if he didn't
like
give
he's-
me that, like from his point of view.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get that transparency factor, which we all try to do, but he definitely goes the extra mile where he's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'm returning this. I want my money back. I'm done with this. Is the worst thing I've ever touched.
It's like all the stuff Canadians don't say just goes to Joey and he says it.
It's true. Yeah, he's definitely the guy who says what everyone is already thinking. So, Joey, we're gonna have you back on the podcast for your dedicated episode in January for season 4. That'll be good. Okay, so this is coming soon. TM, supposedly this Christmas. Pocket S. Any other final thoughts on this? Because I don't know, guys.
It's beautiful.
It would have been a much more interesting product if it had come out a little bit before the Odin 2 or actually released at the same time as the Odin 2. But I mean, AYN is just churning those things out, and they are killing it right now with the Odin 2.
They are staying on top of it, and that still, as of today, is our best Android handheld of 2023.
Yeah. And
again, it depends on the price, because if it's not competitive, it's depends of the screen as well. Because if it's OLED, they could charge a little bit more for it, and people will buy it. Yeah.
If it's OLED, they could probably start at like $350 for the base model, and you would consider it between the Odin.
Definitely.
If it starts at $400, that's going to be a hard sell.
Yeah.
Agreed. Well, that's not the only thing from Ayaneo. They also have this thing called a retro mini PC, the AM01. Oh, we got a video here. Yeah, it's it's adorable. Look at this video.
Ayaneo always goes next level with like their pictures and their videos and all that. I love that about them.
And this thing looks so nostalgic.
Yeah.
Their design's always on point.
Oh, come on. Look at Stubbs.
It's surprisingly performant.
Show off.
Video on the way this weekend.
Yep.
Cool.
So I reviewed a mini PC with that chip in it, but it was capped at 15 watt. Like being able to go up to 35 is a huge plus. You'll be able to squeeze a lot more out of it.
That would be amazing if that screen worked.
Yeah,
that would be so cool.
That'd be so cool.
That screen.
The disk drive button is the power button.
That is amazing.
Which is cute. And like his little 3.5-inch slot doesn't do anything, but Apple ripoff logo.
Dude, the vibe of that house is like straight out of a Spielberg movie from like the 90s, 80s, 90s.
Which model did you get, Stubbs? Which model?
This is the lower end. This is a 3200U 16 gig. So it's like the second from the bottom. I think it's $220.
Yeah.
I know it starts at 150 or at least right now for the Kickstarter,
which is a great offering for the 8 gig, right? Yeah, I mean, for what you get it performs. The GPU is better than the N100 chipset, but the CPU is a little bit less performant, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you know how high you can go with the TDP?
I don't know. How high can you go? There's a little happy face. See, Aish, you don't need specs when you have happy face.
No, the reason I'm asking is because Joey reviewed an N100 mini PC that was capped at like 7 watt TDP, I think, and it was horrible for pretty much everything. I have one that I'm doing right now that's at 15 watt TDP, and the performance is way better than anything I saw from Joey's. So I'm wondering if this can go up as high as the other one. You're probably gonna have pretty decent performance for emulation and some like lower end gaming.
I'm gonna put it through its paces, man. We'll see. I'm really.
The design is so cool, though.
This is my first mini PC, guys. Do you know that? Like, everyone's done mini PCs. I've yet to do a mini PC video. This will be my very first one. And I bought mini PCs before, and they're never for me. I always return them. I'm like, I end up going for a bigger and bigger, beefier machine. Give me a graphics card. I'm already spending $500. Might as well, go the next step up. And then I end up with this behemoth every time. And I'm like, why didn't I just stick with that mini PC? I don't even use this thing. So maybe this will be the one.
You know what those are really cool for? If you have like a good PC already, you can put one of those in like your living room and just go Ethernet and use it for like Steam Link and like streaming your main PC over to that, so you can play on like a big screen TV or just chilling in the living room. That's a cool use for them.
That's actually what I did with mine. I only, as Stubbs, I never really revealed those in my channel. The only one I did is the Minis Forum UM90. And it's fantastic. It's 78940U, and it's like 32 gigabytes of RAM, 2 terabytes SSD. I put it on my living room, hooked up on my LG OLED. So basically, I do a bunch of stuff, like a lot of streaming from my main PC on that one. And plus, I can get to play all the emulators up to Switch, and it runs flawless. Even and it's very handy to have it on your main TV.
I reviewed this one, Camrui Mini PC, and this thing surprised me because I was actually able to go up to Switch emulation on it too. And this is like, I think this is still like $250. So
yeah.
These things are way better than I thought they were. I always looked at Mini PC as like something you would just do like Excel sheets on or something like that, but they're pretty cool.
Well, some of the Ryzen options are great too of the Mini PCs. Like you can do serious gaming on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the question is, how far can we push emulation on this chipset? And that's what this is a new chipset to me, so I don't know.
That's always fun.
So it'll be some exploration.
Can you do PS4?
Zoo gaslighting everybody. He put out a video of a hard drive, like a Batacera drive, and it had PS4 games on it. And really what it was like Windows ports of PS4 games in Chinese.
Oh my God.
It was like God of War.
Like, what is this? What are we doing here?
That's too funny.
All right, guys. So more to come on that. If going back into the handheld realm, we have this thing called the GKD Pixel. Now, we've been pretty ho-hum on GKD the last few years because they haven't been putting out good products. But this one, every time I hope for something that's more fun and usable. And it's always the software that holds it back. So I really hope they're branching out from the stock software experience here, because this thing looks adorable. It looks like it's going to replace the 280V potentially. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I love the Triforce logo on the Triforce the guy put on the video. That looks good.
Nintendo banging down their door.
Yeah.
So it's like Mini size?
No,
actually it's smaller.
It's like the Nano, I think, right?
Closer to the Nano. A little bit bigger than the Nano.
That actually.
A little bigger than the Nano.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Look at this.
So,
that's a good size.
That might be.
It's a nice size. It's interesting.
Give us this. I know it's not going to be under $80 because it's metal, but I was like, give us this for like $60 USD.
That would be.
I kind of like that it's metal too.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah.
I think this is a more usable Nano. The Nano was
absolutely.
Cute. I mean,
and expensive,
more functional. Yeah,
and expensive. I never got the Nano because I was like, nope, I'm not gonna pay what they're asking for it. It's just it was too expensive when they were.
The Nano would have been like an automatic buy at like $30-$35.
Yeah. It's more like a novelty item. The Nano, you can't really play on this thing. I don't know.
Michael Benny, why a mini PC instead of docking a Steam Deck? And that's a great question. Why not dock your Steam Deck? Well, oftentimes I just want to play my Steam Deck, on the couch or whatever. And I like to have a dedicated box for streaming to a TV. And that's just me.
I was actually thinking about that. Like, why not just dock a Steam Deck? And for a lot of people, they want Windows. It's just a compatibility thing. And it's a lot easier to have like a permanent setup for all of that on a mini PC than it is for like your Steam Deck.
No, I disagree, Aish. I think that's no, because remember my whole adventure earlier this year where I was like trying to start up the PC from an Xbox controller?
Oh, that's true. That is true.
Oh yeah, I remember
that. That's true. Yeah.
Linux could get me there.
That's right. No, you're right. That's true.
Android could get me there. Windows can't. So maybe I need to explore this idea more. It's just that,
I was thinking Game Pass.
I mean, yeah, sure, but
that's my thing. It's
Windows
like I was
actually
thinking
runs pretty well on a Steam Deck. I ran mine off a micro SD card. I'm crazy enough to do it, and it ran well.
That's true. But no, the Steam Deck docked is a completely viable option.
Yeah, I agree.
I want to know though why people are sleeping on the Retro Chicken when this is obviously a contender in the same exact price. Not the price, but I mean the size. The dimensions are around the same.
Retro Chicken.
The Retro Chicken, dude. People don't talk about it enough. I have a dedicated video on this coming out in a few days too. I'm serious.
So do we know what's going on with those LED lights on the side of it?
I think it's like battery indicators.
That's actually a portal to another dimension.
Like what is that?
Dude, that's the flux capacitor easily. That is.
And I
Why?
cannot.
Why?
I cannot find a way to use those shoulders buttons. Look at this. It just looks so uncomfortable to use those buttons.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one, man.
Yeah.
It's like I'm taking a picture.
But I don't know. I mean, the community sentiment around this one is a lot more positive this time around, I've noticed, than the last few. People are really excited for this. And is this, how soon are we from ordering this? Can you buy it now? It looks like there's a link on the right.
I have no idea. I know. Is it on their website?
Under relevant people, I think.
No,
well,
this
I
is
mean,
the
those
Mini
are,
Plus.
Yeah.
It's not on the Retro
okay.
CN.
I don't think it's out yet. No.
Yeah.
well,
But I heard it's going to be anytime now. So
we'll let you all know on our Twitter is usually where we go to first. So we'll say, hey, you can buy this thing. We don't necessarily recommend it yet, just because of our past experience, but we will definitely.
And the software looks familiar, at least in terms of GKD world. So
it looks like that lovely child OS that they had on the other GKD
100%.
products. Yeah.
Yep.
Any other OS name would be better. Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder why they kept hiding the buttons. You guys remember that? Like all the pictures we saw, like
there was the hand.
There was a hand like covering it. Like, oh,
what's the
you
big
can't
secret?
see these buttons.
Yeah, there is a green one. Yes, there is a green one. Green is so 2023 though, dude. We're going into 2024 now. It's yellow.
What's your 2024 color?
Yellow.
Retro chicken.
Yellow chicken yellow.
Chicken all year. Oh, dude, my lanyard just broke. Look at that. That's a bummer. Luckily, I have a second lanyard.
Quality issues.
Yep.
Does it go back in? This is very upsetting, guys.
That definitely looks like their own custom OS.
Yeah.
That
was the biggest problem with the GKD.
It has Wi-Fi though. It has Wi-Fi. Look how this littlest Wi-Fi device I've ever seen.
It looks cooler like that with like the little pixel.
I like that.
Yeah, that's a lot better.
That's a very cool theme.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to withhold judgment until I actually use it this time. But I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm not super hopeful on it. We'll see. But you know what I am hopeful for? Another metal handheld, an RGB30 clone called the ZPG A1 Unicorn, and they have a purple one that looks beautiful.
That one I was kind of excited for it. A 4-inch screen. It looks nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one has some cool colors too.
Do we know the chip?
Was it? I thought a G99, right?
They said, well, I don't think
TR1, right?
Did they announce the chip?
I don't think they did.
I don't think so, but they said it would be something like the TR1, more powerful than the T618. And yeah.
Is it going to be Android?
Really good. I'm assuming.
Oh, it's definitely more powerful.
Yeah,
that's
G99,
awesome.
So
okay,
it's a MediaTek. So
okay, now I'm excited for it.
Yeah, it's a mega RGB30.
Yeah.
And the colorways, especially that purple colorway, really gets me every time I see it.
I hate that they switched the D-pad, but I'll let it go.
guys.
Well, and it's from ZPG. They made the other the previous models, and those were also responsible for the LG Wing handheld, I believe, too. The same guy, Lao Zhang, and he makes some good stuff, man. It's very niche, and usually isn't a lot of inventory of it, but it's always quality.
Look at that D-pad.
That's cool. They're showing the D-pad, yeah.
Oh yeah.
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 Reminds me of the Arc one.
Anbernic Arc.
Yeah.
Don't mention that name. Yeah. Don't mention that name to me today. I got my black Arc in the mail, my black D that I've been waiting on, and the screen was busted right out the gate. It's the first time this has ever happened, believe it or not, in like 4 years with Anbernic products, where I got one and then the screen was just busted, all broken, I think because of shipping. So I contacted Anbernic today and we'll see. I'm like, hey, your boy got a busted screen. Please fix. Tiny fix, please.
See, over here, I mean, I know this is probably not finished, but looks kind of not all that great.
No,
prototype.
I mean, it's definitely a prototype, but it just.
I'm not sure what. Yeah, that one not as much. That looks like a Game Gear brick thing.
Pricing is going to really matter here too.
Especially, say 300 for it at least.
It's gonna be expensive because it's gonna be a limited run, I'm sure, as usual.
These are these boutique handhelds, basically, so it's really for collectors.
Usually, ZPG products have come in around $250. So, and the wing was like, I don't even know. You had to be specially invited to go to an event in China to even like get one, but it's like $500 maybe.
That purple is awesome,
but yeah. And if it's a high quality IPS display, sign me up. The only thing I'm concerned about is the face buttons look a little shallow to me.
I think it's the same screen from the RGB30. It's a 1x1 720.
It's a 1x1 screen.
It can be any other screen. Like, how many screen makers make this screen?
And that's the problem, though. Like, if it's going to be like $300, let's say $250, $300, it's like, if you really want that 1-inch, that one-to-one screen, just go with the RGB30, honestly, because what it can do, it's probably be more than enough for most people's needs.
Yeah,
deal with it.
That RGB30, man, that device surprised me a lot. I really enjoy it.
I almost wish it was Android just so we could get like better DS emulation with it.
I want to see garlic on it. That's what I want to see.
I mean, somebody can port it now. People are already adding stuff to garlic. Somebody already added DS emulation to garlic.
Rob, why would you go on vacation, dude, when we have Black Seraph on the podcast?
I know.
That was a fun episode.
I know. I was so sad.
I know.
I really wanted to meet him on the podcast.
We still can. We're gonna do the next live stream.
I've talked to him quite a bit offline. I really would love to just speak to him. That'd be cool.
He's gonna be back on like the 18th or 20th, like late December.
We're gonna do a live stream where we're gonna port garlic to the 35XX, the original, on camera, and I hope he does it, but it sounded like maybe one of us is gonna do it, and he'll just sort of guide us.
He was saying he was gonna walk me through it, but I don't know if it's gonna be me or you.
It could be you. It can be you. People don't need to see me.
I kind of want to see it. I kind of want to see you do it.
I vote Aish to do it for sure.
I mean, if we want to get this done under 2 hours, maybe you should do it.
Yeah, but the goofs, the giggles.
I know. And I hope this chipset here, the G99, does get on more handhelds, because here's the thing: is that I like this chipset. It performs pretty well. The KTR one, as performance-wise, I always enjoyed, but seeing this in other handhelds, now I might unlock it a bit more and spend more time with it.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's the next wave of chips we see, like the G99 replaces the 618. Because as far as I understand, the 618 isn't being made anymore. So we're not going to have a whole lot of handhelds coming out with that. And they're going to need something a little more powerful. I doubt they're going to go D900.
Lord.
For some reason, I feel like the D900 isn't going to be like the next common chip.
No, D900, no.
There's no way Anbernic's going to do what AYN did and give us high end from the start like that. They're going to just feed us slowly these chipsets.
So I feel like the G900 is a legitimate choice for that like next wave of like the mid-tier Android handhelds that we're going to start seeing.
Do we know anything more about this as far as release date for pre-orders? Usually
that video said 12/31, so I'm assuming something's happening at the end of the month, I guess.
Maybe we can talk about it during the live stream then. You guys want to talk about another one? The R50S/X50. So this is rumor mill category, okay? This is by the same makers. This is by the game console company, the mysterious benefactors who are creating all of these clone handhelds. So this one's cloning the X55 potentially.
And whoever got fired from Powkitty is really going after them.
They are going after it.
I don't want this clone. We don't need this clone.
Man, it looks so similar except for the position of the analog and the face buttons. And
hey, look, if they can address the shoulder buttons and not sound like a taiko drum, we're good. We're golden.
I mean,
I highly doubt it.
It's got the RGB20 vibes, because look how low the D-pad and the face buttons are. That can't be comfortable. But
why does it look smaller than the X55 too? It just looks.
It is. No, it is.
It looks like it's cramped, a little bit
very cramped.
I mean, did you notice that the D-pad is actually further out than the stick? It's not like under it.
Yeah, that's awful. So you'll be like holding it.
That's the worst.
I can't unsee it, guys.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Why?
It's an inverted Win 600.
You're gonna look like a T-Rex playing it.
Yeah.
Like.
Who comes up with this?
I agree with that too. Like why is it called the X50 or R50 or whatever they want to call it?
I don't know. I think it's just people coming up with what potential names might be based off what it's cloning. So we don't know anything else about it other than this.
They're probably trying to catch people like mistyping the Google search or like X55. Oh, X50, what is this? And they're just trying to get people to go in that way. I mean, they're already cloning it, so I wouldn't be that surprised.
Well, I mean, on the R36S instruction manual, it says RGB20S right on the instruction, right on the front.
Yeah, no shame.
So, Game Quazo. Well, so we got that one. And if we want to move into familiar territory, so the 35XX Plus came out, and we finally are getting review units around, and we're starting to see more videos and content. And we're generally hyped on it, but retro achievements weren't working during our live stream, and we couldn't figure out a way to get them to work. And why have Wi-Fi if you can't have retro achievements? Sure, NetPlay's neat and all, but it only works some of the time anyways. So to me, it was a big miss. Turns out Mr. Aish, the hero of the year, was messing around last night, late at night, and he found a way to enable retro achievements. Anbernic had simply disabled them in the settings in RetroArch. So you have to go into menu, visibility, enable RetroArch, and your next hurdle is entering text. So there's no way to enter text. So you got to plug in the keyboard.
I was actually pretty upset about this last night because it took entirely too long for me to figure out such a simple solution, because I was like, oh, you also have to enable the updater. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to update the assets and all of that. And maybe that'll help. So I did that. And for some reason, it messed up my controllers. So I couldn't get any input from the D-pad anymore or the buttons. I ended up using a keyboard. I got an input back. But now when I went back to the keyboard, I wasn't able to move with the D-pad. So I could press A and B to select a letter, but the D-pad wouldn't move anything. Eventually, I connected a controller to it, and I got all that working. I signed into retro achievements, and it was working. I went back out, I reset configuration, and now my D-pad's working. Everything's normal except for on the keyboard. So for some reason, I just can't type on that keyboard. But I was able to get it working, and I got retro achievements. That shouldn't be a problem, though. So if you didn't update anything, your keyboard should be working, and you should be able to just go right in, enable achievements, sign in, and you should be good to go. Not for PPSP though. I couldn't get that one working. It just says failed to connect. But in RetroArch, I got retro achievements working. I don't know what's up with that.
So we went ahead. By the way, Aish, you look great.
Thank you.
We went and took a list of issues and complaints today and compiled it and sent it over to our Anbernic rep. They solicited, by the way. They said, let us know what's wrong with this so we can fix it. And I said, you don't have to tell me twice. So Aish is like, oh, I got a whole laundry list. Here we go. And came up with it, sent it over. So hopefully we get these in some sort of OTA update, some sort of flashable update soon. If you want to know the full list, it is listed in the R35X, 35XX Plus channel on our Discord. So it's pinned.
I think they rolled out an update last night because I turned my device down. Turned it back on and looked at the firmware, and it looked like there was a new one.
Do we have notes? Let's take a look at this. This is exciting.
I have no idea. My device itself was updated. So
wait, OTA update?
Most of my complaints were like quality of life stuff, like scrolling through the games.
I'd take a look right now, but it's in the middle of battery testing. So
I've got mine right here. I'm turning it on. And at one point, everything went in Chinese too. I was like, what? How?
What?
I didn't.
The first thing I did with mine was I turned off that annoying sound. I couldn't.
I did too.
That. Oh, that was awful.
No, like I'm in RetroArch trying to get the retro achievements, and I exit. I go back in, and for some reason, it's all in Chinese. I was upset. I was like, why isn't my handheld in Chinese now?
All right, let's find out.
I'm still on V1.
They sent me the white one. It looks like would you get the gray one?
Got the gray one. I kind of want the white one.
The white one's actually nice.
You like it?
Yeah.
Is it a matte finish or is it more of a glossier shell?
No, it's a matte finish. Yeah.
Okay, that'll make me happy then. All right, settings. We got Wi-Fi enabled. Do you go to firmware version? I'm on 2023 1108.
Yeah, same here.
I had one from December. I don't know how that happened, but
yours shipped with the newer version.
Possibly. That's possible, but it wasn't that date when I started filming the other day, so yeah.
What's going on?
I don't know.
Where's the update coming from?
I have no idea. My device was dead. I turned it back on, and all of a sudden it says December in the firmware, and I'm like, oh.
What?
Okay.
Were you connected to Wi-Fi by that point?
Yeah, I was, yeah.
Okay. I don't see a place to update, but
I have no idea.
I'm going to have to look this up.
I
really hate the files in the SD card.
I mean,
Tebsteroni, how are the nubs selling? I don't have any nubs. I'm sold out of them right now. That's how they're selling. They're all sold out. I need to get more nubs in. Rob got his nubs. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Gilly, have you seen about these nubs? You know about the nubs?
Yeah, I saw it. They look great.
Do you want me to send you a pair of the nubbins?
That looks good. Sure, why not? Northern Ireland.
To Ireland? Yeah. I think we got an Ireland guy. I think we got a connection over there. Dude, the nubs are a worldwide network. We got printers in Australia doing jobs, save on shipping costs for people. We got a dude in America, and that's just those two right now. But we'll make it happen.
Cool. They look great.
You also look great. Thank you very much. Now we're going to pivot and talk about the Steam Deck OLED because it's time to have.
I think everybody's excited about that.
Yes.
Drum up the excitement. Drum up the excitement because it's about to go down. We're about to have. Where the hell is the music? It's about to have Screen Wars. I want to hear about your opinions about the screen. Did you get the 512 or did you get the LE or the 1 terabyte?
Oh yeah, LE all the way. Need that transparent.
512. I almost went with the edge screen, but my only problem with it is that every single video that I saw, like the reflection was diffused, but the whole screen looked white for some reason. Like it's almost like it was spreading the reflection. I don't know if it was just a video thing or not, but I was like, I don't really want to deal with that. So I just went with the 512.
Yeah.
I had the 512 for the previous model, so with the edge screen. Now I decided to go the regular reflective screen. I wanted to see the difference, and it was cheaper. I was planning to do the upgrade, and I confess that this looks amazing the way it is. Like this reflective, I don't care about the reflection. I play in the dark.
It's so
and everything looks so beautiful. So beautiful.
It just blows away the LCD screen that it had originally.
It really does. I think
this is one of the reasons I never really played the Steam Deck so much, because there's so many mini PCs available on the market with better screens like the Ayaneo, and I was always like a little bit concerned about the Steam Deck screen. I can't drop this anywhere. It's always with me. I'm always playing on this one.
I want to play everything on it.
Yeah.
Me too.
It's a problem because I got Handhelds to review. So I'm like, I can only play it for a little bit, and then it kind of spoils my enjoyment of games on other things, because I was like, oh, this is fun. This is a great handheld, but I could be playing on that screen. So I kind of have to, you
have to separate a bit. I know I do the same thing where it's like you got to contain your excitement for some new thing you got, and put it over here in this box. Maybe you could put it in the RH mystery box on sale today at the 3D printed studio. Look at that. You put a puzzle in there. You pull this out. There's a key in there. And you just have to do that because the people want to know about these different devices, because not everyone has money to get a Steam Deck. Yes, it is probably the one and done device right now. I'm just going to say it. But there's other devices that are worthy of your time and consideration. They are. And so, I feel you, man.
I mean, it's great that we have options, though. For sure, it's true. Nice.
That's why I hate seeing that response. Sorry, go ahead.
No, well, I was gonna say I ended up with the 512 also because before my video, I actually was settled on the LE, and I was about to sell the 512. I'm like, no, the LE is good enough. But then I did some in-depth testing, and finally landed on the fact that hey, you can't beat this screen. It's just the better one. You can't do it, and I'm just gonna put a bigger hard drive in. Western Digital 770M.
Yeah.
Russ said the same thing. He's got
Yeah.
both, and he's like, I think I like the 512 better. That's what I was playing. I don't know if you guys ever played Bye Bye Box Boy for 3DS. Yeah, it's if you haven't, the game is mostly just black and white, and there's like some color splashes here and there. It's a really easy like puzzle, like box-based game for 3DS. But because it's just black and white, I was playing it, and my room was pitch dark, and it just looked like the little box was floating. It was awesome.
Well, you is that like a Sokoban game, like one of those ones where you move the box around, like a
Yeah, it's kind of a mixture of like a side scroller and a puzzle game, because you're just moving you're moving Box Boy from one end of the little puzzle to the other. And in between, you have to either create little boxes to be able to reach areas or grab a little crown or make it past obstacles. So that's it.
Fair.
It's pretty chill. I like playing it at night. Like I'll play it for like 20 minutes before I go to sleep. And I would usually use it on my 3DS, but I was like, man, this is a perfect game for like a Steam Deck.
Yeah, it's kind of the perfect
it
game.
Looks great.
Kind of the perfect game for your RGB30 with those nubs. I know that will be relaxing for you to play.
It can't run it. It can't run it though.
Oh no!
That's why I play Game Boy though. That's my Game Boy.
You're gonna need that A1 Unicorn soon.
That's my Game Boy. I'm going to, but that's my Game Boy. Game Boy is a system I won't play.
You're saying it so like. That's my Game Boy. That's
my Game Boy, though. That's
my Game Boy.
What's that device?
You have that youthful joy in you. Like,
I love Game Boy games.
We need to package that.
And it's so good on the RGB30.
It is
amazing on there.
That thing is for two systems for me. It's for Game Boy and for Pico 8. That's it. That's the best place to play those games. It's kind of like fighting games on the Arc. I could play fighting games on my Steam Deck, but I'd rather play it on the Arc because the D-pad is just better for that. I just enjoy it more. So I'm kind of in that space right now where I'm having handhelds for certain things instead of looking for like that one handheld that does it all.
You want dedicated use cases. That's where I'm right now too. It's like this is the best handheld for this type of game. Boom, that's the one I'm going to keep.
Oh my god, we are so spoiled. We are so spoiled.
We're so spoiled. Do you listen to us? Do you listen to us talk right now?
If you look back like just 10 years ago, I mean,
ridiculous. Remove yourself. Remove yourself from time. Think 5 years back. Listen to the conversation 5 years ago.
Here's what I will say though. That's why it's important that we actually go through reviewing a bunch of handhelds, because not everybody's gonna have the chance to have all of these. So being able to give it like an objective opinion of like, hey, this is a good all-around handheld in this price bracket. So if your budget is under $200, this is the best thing you can do. Coming from somebody that's played with 40, 50 different handhelds, they can actually tell you that.
And that's where the experience comes in. That's why we do what we do. Because we have that, knowledge and the history, and we've tried out enough devices that we can quickly say, oh, this is where this lands in comparison to these. That's fun. I like that.
And I'm not trying to say like our hobby's like bigger than, or it's that important, but the reality is like we grew up with these systems. As an adult, there's a few things that really bring us joy as much as like playing an old video game that you grew up with. So, if somebody actually wants to invest in it and they want to pick up a handheld, like, hey, here's the options, man. Like we can help you find that one.
Yeah. And it is a big deal because we're calling back to a time in a lot of our lives where things were just better, or you remember them being better. And so it touches that magic of childhood a bit. It lets you enter that alternate reality. And it always feels, to this day, it always feels like sort of like a little, like a secret, like you're not supposed to be able to do that. And you always feel like you're hacking the universe a little bit. We're like, oh, I'm back in 1985 right now. I'm playing Mario Brothers. Like, look at this.
The funny thing is, like, some of these handhelds that we have are actually allowing us to experience these games better than they ever could have been back in the day. I mean, like the RGB30 is a perfect example with Game Boy. I mean, those games look incredible on that screen. So it's kind of cool to be able to revisit some of those games from our past, but in some ways in a better way. So it's fun to do that.
Dude, that's what I was saying about the Arc in my video. Like I never really experienced Sega. Sega was a foreign system for me. I knew people that had it. People talked about it. I was a Nintendo kid. I loved my Game Boy. I loved my Nintendo and my Super Nintendo. Like that was it for me. And now,
talking trash about Sega again?
No, not at all. They never clicked with me. And I tried some games before, but then when I got the Arc, I was like, I kind of have to play Sega on this. And the games are great. It's just the layout just wasn't right in the other ones. And I never grew up with them. So for me, that's a brand new library. Those aren't really old games for me. They're just games I never played.
Yeah, you grew up with Mario.
Yep. Work of art.
And that's the thing. Like even I was saying in my ARC review, the funny thing is I think Anbernic actually made a better D-pad than what Sega made. Because revisiting and going back to some of my older controllers, I was like, huh, this is not as good as I remember them being. And Anbernic somehow actually took the formula and made it better. And I'm like, this is a great way to play those Sega games. So again, it's the same thing. You're going back and experiencing these games maybe for the first time, and in some ways maybe it's a better way to experience them.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Or you could experience them on the RGB30. Just saying, because there's some new colors available that you could enjoy.
That's true.
While you're at it, like green and purple and yellow.
Oh yeah.
So I mean,
we might get a metal one too.
Really? Oh man, what's James DeWitt saying?
Oh,
to you?
He hasn't said anything.
He's in your ear about.
No, he hasn't said anything.
He's not officially saying anything.
No,
I get it. He would never say a thing.
No, God no.
So
okay.
I wanted the yellow, then we got the purple, then we got the green, and I'm like,
I want that green.
Okay, which?
Look at that green.
I kind of like the red one.
The red one's nice too.
Let's get the red one on screen here.
You want me to
scroll through this whole never-ending amount of stuff?
Are we gonna rank the colors now? Let's do it. Let's look at the colors. Let's rank them. Okay. All right. You want my ranking first? Okay. Here we go.
Okay. So we got white, black, blue, yellow, green, red. Purple,
I don't need to see them. I got to memorize. It's fun, Rob. Okay. Listen. Here's where it's gonna be. All right. Number 1 at the top, green. Okay, right below that, we're gonna do purple. Right below that, we're gonna do yellow because it's like construction yellow, not my yellow.
Put that number 1.
No, that's third place. Right below that, we're gonna do red. Then we're gonna do white. Then we're gonna do black. Huh. Your turn.
I'd put blue at last. I have a blue one. I think that's probably the bottom one. Yeah, I would say blue is the worst color. Don't get blue.
Yeah, of all the colors, I think the blue is the worst one.
Yeah,
blue is -1. That's why I didn't.
There you go. Yeah. That's my only dig at that handheld is like the color blue is horrible.
Same. Yeah. And again, like that's a subjective thing, so I'm not gonna say, oh, this handheld's trash because I don't like the blue. I mean, I'm getting that color at the end of the day.
I'm getting that green.
I don't know. I think yellow for me is number 1.
Have you seen it in person though?
Yeah, I like it in person.
It's so orange, dude. It's just too orange.
Oh god, we go again with the Pow Kitty yellow.
There's two colors I would love to see this in. Like I would love a DNG color scheme. I'd be all over that in a heartbeat.
Cool. Yes.
And and I want the yellow one just because my Game Boy Color as a kid was a yellow one.
Fair. What's wrong with us though? You know, what are we doing now?
I like the purple one a lot though too. I kind of wish they weren't black buttons though. I wish they were white.
Well, I wish you were white, but you know, I don't know. Can I say that? No, you're.
What?
I don't know.
I think it's loud.
You're the whitest. Rob and I are the two probably the whitest, beardesty guys on the cast, but
for sure.
I just want to say I'm thankful that the beard streak is a lot. All 4 of us.
Oh, that's great.
Sorry.
Oh, here you go. I like that idea. That's a good idea.
Yeah, red V90 doesn't have a baby. You get a red RGB30 if you have twins, because you need to have dual screen top and bottom.
I love it.
Once again, Pow Kitty, I'm asking you for a V90 V2, please.
It's never gonna happen.
I want from Pow Kitty.
You sound like Bernie Sanders there for a second.
Oh yeah.
The idea.
The more I get old.
Once again, I'm asking for the V90.
Yeah. Once again, we're asking for the V90.
Yes.
Please do it. So great. It's a new color. It's the same price, I believe, $89.99 USD. I still want this price to come down, Pow Kitty. I think that's on the high end still. I don't think Colors is going to allow you to get away with some of this pricing for long. But for now,
how much was it during Black Friday? Were there any promotions on it? It was like $70, $80 maybe.
I think you could get it for around 70.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Or you could get it for
that's not bad.
Or you could pay $95 and get it for Amazon.
Yeah, I mean that's okay. So that purple, by the way, that's the exact shade of purple as their RGB20 purple, I believe. So that gives us some idea.
Oh, that's pretty good. $66. Yeah, that's really
that's how much it should be regularly. Just put it at $65.
I agree.
So here's what the purple should look like.
Awesome. I love that purple.
It is a really nice purple. It's definitely like a lavender.
Looks like a taffy, like a taffy purple.
You say a talkie?
Toffee.
Okay.
Taffy? What is that candy called?
Taffy, saltwater taffy.
Laffy Taffies.
Laffy taffy.
My bilingualness is showing right now. There's certain words that I have a hard time with.
I mean, Takis are salty.
No. Taffy.
They're good. Oh, taffy. Yeah, Laffy
Taffy. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Mm.
Do they have a purple? Yeah, I guess it's grape, right?
There's a purple one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's the one I always think of. The purple taffy.
I wish all of
Barney.
us were purple.
Yeah.
Barney, let Barney live on. You know what happened to Barney? I watched recent Barney because they're still making that show, and I'm like, what happened?
He's
to
old,
Barney?
man. It's
Like,
the same guy there. It's still the same dude in there.
Hobbling around the playground, just drunk as a skunk, just you know, just telling everyone to pick up their toys. And
I'm tired of these kids.
Well, guys, not only are there gaming handhelds, but also telescopic controllers for your phone and tablet. The backbone, I really have found a new enjoyment for just the regular version here. I think it's freaking awesome, but no Hall sticks and all that. So GameSir is coming in clutch right now with the new G8 Galileo, and this thing looks really, really interesting to me. Not only do they have the Odin 2 cold gray look going on there, they have Hall sticks, which is one of the first times we've seen this, except for an unreleased Razer product that doesn't exist, and that I'm not allowed to comment on legally.
Yep.
But Retro Breeze's coverage here is showing, hey, you can take this awesome controller with better sticks than the PS Portal and make yourself a PS Portal, get PS Remote Play, boom, you got a Retro Stu going, you're playing all your games. Yep. It looks comfortable, and all the channels and all their titles are like, hey, this thing's amazing, it's a hit. We'll see. All right, we'll see. Because I do have a unique perspective in that I will subconsciously compare it to a controller I'm not allowed to talk about from Razer. Because that was my favorite telescopic controller of the year that doesn't exist yet.
Yep.
You know that I actually, this is weird,
skin off.
You can actually took the skin off and you can replace it with other,
Oh, I kind of like it. Just
you could put some other shells on it.
Yeah, I like that.
That's really freaking nice.
Yeah. For some reason lately, I'm really into like clear black handhelds. So if they had like an all clear black shell, that'd be really cool.
We'll see. I think and this could be the one, because I've been getting into these telescopic controllers lately. Because I, for one, have stuck to our creed of, with arms wide open, of trying to make the ultimate biggest handheld we possibly can with the giant tablet. You guys remember that little challenge we had with each other?
Yeah, I remember.
Because I didn't forget.
Nope.
So I'm thinking a Samsung S8 Ultra, because they're on sale for like $400 or something crazy. 14-inch handheld.
Look for you, TJD.
Yeah. And go ahead and do what Shem's
Whatever
doing,
happened to TJD?
Yeah.
I mean, I know did anyone actually get one? Like,
it's up to us now, Rob. No, they're not. They didn't make their Android one. It's up to us now.
I have an 11-inch iPad that I would love to put a controller on and just stream to.
Well,
I feel like everything will do a better job streaming than the PlayStation 4.
Oh yeah, just get a G Cloud. It's almost the same amount. You can get them for like $200 used, if not less.
No.
Have a better time.
$199 on eBay right now. You can buy them.
Wow.
So, and you can actually emulate on it.
That's definitely the way to go. If you're
that's
really
the pricing.
Streaming, that's
I don't
crazy.
think so. No, I don't think so. I think the sticks aren't that good. I think they crunch as you move them around. I wasn't impressed with the G Cloud.
I never had that issue.
I know crunchy sticks over here,
dude. I've had like 4 G Clouds. Okay, because I keep saying like maybe the next one's gonna be good. They're all the same. They all.
This is like the Win 600 all over again.
Dude, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Whenever we get a G Cloud 2, I'm sure they're gonna have like full-size sticks. I don't think they're gonna go back to that.
Look at this. I actually like it with the shell off a bit.
Same.
Feeling it.
This reminds me of this.
I trust him. He knows what he's doing.
He does.
GameSir is probably watching this like, dude, we sent you this for review. Shit. He's just like destroying it. If you don't want to give it back.
I should have a G8 video out sometime next week. I'm very excited for this. Like it's probably more excited for this than almost anything else beyond like the deck or something. But there's a similar controller by PB Tails, not a telescopic one, but it has a similar thing where it has Hall sticks, and you can remove the shell and swap it out. So check this out. So it just comes right off.
Wow.
And then you can swap it in with, they have other shells they sell. So you can do like a white shell, you can do, and just kind of swap it out towards your mood.
That's
Blue's
pretty
okay. But I just like that companies are doing more like open moddable devices like this. Of course, I don't know what Shem's doing. I don't know that that's meant to happen, actually.
No. What I would love to see is more swappable buttons. So that if you're playing something that uses like an Xbox layout or a Nintendo layout, you could just swap them out really quick.
Which is funny because GameSir has done that actually with their,
I'd love to see more of that, but not
in Gilly Kit as well.
Button. Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, Gilly Kit, the King Kong 2 Pro, you can do that as well. You can swap that. Yeah.
But is it clicky?
No, not really. It actually it looks like an Xbox controller. So
I'm gonna pick one up then. I just swapped the buttons on my 8-bit Do controller to an Xbox layout. That's right now. That's my favorite controller. But I wish I could just go back and forth.
You know what my favorite controller is? The Steam controller from 2015.
We need a new one.
I never had one.
Get one, dude. They're so cheap on eBay these days.
I thought about it.
Try it.
Yeah.
You have to try it. The ergonomics, I was like, how was I sleeping on this in 2016? The ergonomics are bar none.
Back then you were either like all for it or completely against the idea of it. So
I was against the idea of it. I was shocked at the lack of analog sticks originally. But coming back to it now after using the Steam Deck for long enough, I'm like, oh, you know what? This kind of makes sense. How they designed this totally makes sense.
We just weren't ready for it.
We weren't. And the bummer is that it doesn't work with the Steam Deck right off the bat.
No.
So you gotta mess around and do some funky things.
I feel like there's one coming. Like there has to be a new Steam controller on the way. And if they do just like a Steam Deck without the screen and that's the controller, I'm fine with that.
What the hell is Shen doing?
I don't know.
Oh, so if you take those little clips out, you can put it in like wider devices.
Yeah. Even Valve was thinking of taking parts off. Look at this. This part comes off right here. Held in by magnets. 2015 magnets. God.
Isn't that for like a keyboard attachment?
There's a release. No, it's for the batteries. But you know, it's cool. The whole thing comes off. But here's my pitch for this though. Is that it just grips so well, and when you hold it on the front, I can't get a shot around here. It's just so relaxing to do it like this. You got access to the analog stick right here. Face buttons are in the perfect position. You just have to get used to the fact that you don't have a dedicated, stick or anything.
I gotta try that.
You got it. They're like $50 on eBay. You just try one out.
I'm still a fan of the original Kishi. I wish they would have just kind of developed that a little bit more instead of switching completely to the V2.
I like the Kishi too, but it fits less devices. Yeah.
The thing is the original Kishi had really good analog sticks.
That's why I loved it.
I know. That's why.
And they moved away from it.
Give me the Kishi version 2, but with those analog sticks from the version 1, and we're golden.
See, the Kishi loses me with the clicky, like mouse click buttons. I can't stand that.
And I feel like the quality dropped a little bit from V1 to V2 for some reason. I think the first version is a little more sturdy, more solid.
Yeah.
I don't understand who wants that click, 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 click when they're pressing all the buttons.
Not me.
It's too much. You can't play it anywhere. Yeah.
I take it you did not like the X55 then.
No, God, no.
It upsets my family. Like it upsets my children to hear that clackety clack. They're like, Dad, what do you? We hear you not paying attention to us, Dad. I'm like, sorry.
I'm team rubber membrane all the way on everything. Even D-pads, I'm like, I understand the niceness of a dome stitch D-pad, but Anbernic did the arc D-pad and they nailed it, and it's precise. I don't have issues with that. Give me rubber membranes everywhere. That's why I like the Loki, because the shoulder buttons and everything, they're rubber membranes and they feel really good.
Yeah, fair. Well, you know what? We got the G8 controllers. We'll talk about this. We should do like a dedicated topic just on telescopic controllers. Bring all our favorites out.
I got a whole drawer full of them.
You do?
It's definitely something
You're a collector? I enjoy them too.
I like them because, I mean, again, like for a lot of people, they have their cell phone, they can throw it into one of these things, and boom, you have a handheld. And in reality, for most people, that's good enough. You know, we're kind of like this niche where we want to dedicate a handheld for everything. But for the everyday person, cell phone, telescopic controller, boom, you're done.
Yeah.
Aish, can you say rubber baby buggy bumpers 3 times fast?
Rubber baby buggy bumper, rubber baby buggy bumper, rubber baby buggy. That's nope. I mean, we were going.
PPSSPP, 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 PPSSPP. Okay.
PPSSPP.
Okay, in my defense, most of the day I'm not talking English, so leave me alone.
That's okay.
And you say it in Spanish 3 times.
I don't know how that would translate.
Bueno.
I don't know how bumpers would translate.
So do you guys know that? Well, we can keep working it. We'll workshop this.
Yeah.
You guys know how Analog Pocket is stupid, being stupid and dumb a lot lately. They're releasing these new colors and all that, and no one can ever buy them, and so that's kind of silly. Well, we say enough about that. Disregard Analog Pocket. Acquire FPGA Kit from Funnyplaying. Build your own Analog Pocket for less. $69.90 USD. You can build this and save yourself a ton of money, and they're available right now. In fact,
they're sold out. They're sold out.
They're sold out right now.
Just like every other Funnyplaying product.
Disregard Funnyplaying. Buy an RGB30. That's the Analog Pocket that you need.
Yeah.
Dang it! So I thought I was onto something.
I think mine has shipped. I don't know.
So who's building this? Are you guys all building one of these?
I got one. Yeah, I did.
You did?
I'm doing it. Yeah.
So you got the purple. You got purple, black, white, red, blue.
So I did the purple shell, and I'm gonna do these neon green for the D-pad and buttons. It's gonna look kind of cool, I think.
Nice.
What are you doing?
Did you remember to get the rubber membranes? Because
it
doesn't come
with the screen. Yeah, the screen.
Okay, great.
Yeah, actually, Joey mentioned that. I was like, I'm glad he mentioned it because I had forgotten about that. I'm like, yeah, the kit does not come with the membranes.
How many people are gonna be just so mad about that? Like they're gonna open it excited. It's got no membranes in it.
Let's see. Okay, so they do have it in the notes section. So yeah, I mean, they did cover their ass about that. So
why wouldn't you? It's like $5 more just included. It doesn't make any sense.
Seriously.
No one's going to think to buy rubber membranes. It's true. No. Like people are going to buy the kit, assuming they get a kit of everything they need.
As you should. That's true.
I'm doing it first now. I get to build it now, so that's kind of cool.
You're a handheld manufacturer.
I'll build it,
tear it back down.
I am terrible for modding. I think the only thing I did for modding was the Game Boy Advance. I just put like an IPS screen on a Game Boy Advance, and I changed the shell and I put like a Super Nintendo one on top of it.
Nice.
That blue is sexy.
That's the only thing I did.
Gilly,
it took me a long time for that.
Gilly,
he's like, I'm better at modding. He's just rebuilt the Game Boy Advance, basically.
Yeah, you're selling yourself. You're selling yourself short. Not only have you done that, you also did the Steam Deck SSD upgrade, which is easy feat this time around.
That's straightforward. But yes, I had such a hard time removing the battery.
Yeah, the battery, the cables.
The battery cable. Oh my god! It took me a long time. I thought it was gonna damage the connection. But and I saw other videos and everybody was removing so easily. It was like, what's wrong with my Unity? But eventually it came out. Yeah.
Well, good.
Eventually it worked.
They're edited. All the videos are edited.
You've done it.
Yeah.
Well, this thing looks neat. I didn't buy one. I am not brave enough to build my own handheld yet. Maybe soon. I didn't know it was sold out. I'm putting a foot into my mouth. No, that's weird. But this looks cool for people who want it. It is a lot cheaper. Just stay tuned for, I guess, buying it used or buy an Analog Pocket. Why am I saying this? Okay, let's move on. E6 handheld. You thought that was going to be a thing? Nope, it's not. It's done now. So they said, yep, due to production software issues, they canceled it.
So hold on. We got to go back a little bit here because how could it even be a thing if they just shipped empty
boxes?
Mailers? So how could it?
Because supposedly the company that makes this, okay, they're above board supposedly, but the drop shippers and the AliExpress shops who are selling it decided they still wanted their money, and so they just shipped empty boxes because they didn't get the handheld from the factory. And so lots of people
pay extra for Amazon.
I've heard of, I think, 5 or 6 people now who have gotten empty boxes from the store, and I canceled my order before I got an empty box. So I was like, no, this is dumb. And we let everybody know, of course, like, hey, we're not confident on this. And by the way, any AliExpress purchase you make, check those reviews. Yes, my God.
100%. Yeah.
Now, you are backed by their consumer-friendly policies where they will refund you and they'll take the customer side over the store side in most all instances. So you're protected there, but it still sucks to get an empty box when you've been waiting for a month.
It wasn't even a box. It was just a bubble.
An empty bubble mailer.
That's messed up.
Just a bubble mailer.
They couldn't even throw in a pair of socks or something.
They couldn't spend money in a box. There's no sticker. There's no thank you. It's just literally air.
It's just air.
You know?
This shit's
You've been
air.
scammed.
That's messed up.
Rocket Man, hello.
Hi, Eric.
He's Eric from now and forever. So if you are interested in the E6, the little miniature Steam Deck looking thing, just don't be. That's just simply it. Just stop all hope. Supposedly,
even the video looked like a scam.
Do you remember that video? I was going to say, like, it looked like the guy was playing a video.
It wasn't real. Like, it wasn't a real handheld. We all knew that. It wasn't a real handheld, but it looked like it was going to be neat. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to ever happen. The factory the company that's making it is saying that, don't worry, guys, we are making it and we'll provide it to other shops. We'll do better. But people went and saw that they made some of these other handhelds. Like, they found, I think James maybe was mentioning it was connected to some other company, and their track record is pretty shady. And they make pretty crappy products. So maybe we don't, ever buy it.
Yeah.
Even if it does become real. Maybe we just say, hey, no thanks.
Nope.
We don't need everything that comes out.
There are so many options in that price range that there's no reason to do that.
There's not. No. Well, it's really the perfect time to talk about one of our big topics of the night. We're done with the news. You know what you can buy yourself now? The 3D printed studio. Now, I talked about this earlier in the stream, but I'm just going to mention it again because this is the dedicated topic time. This is the RH Mystery Box. What's going to be inside yours? Nobody knows. What's inside mine? I will never tell you what was in here. But it's a puzzle box. You have to solve this puzzle. I'm not going to tell you how to solve it. I'm going to do this off camera. But once you do solve it, you're going to get access to an RH key. Okay, it's a Kingdom Hearts style key, and it goes into a little lock that you have to also find, which took me another half an hour. Like, this takes me as long as it does to beat Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game. But once you get it open, it's so satisfying, and there's some fun things inside. So it's $20 USD on the 3D Printed Studio, link in our description, if you want to get a mystery box of your own and see what's inside. Nobody knows, but use code STUBBS1 for 5% off.
It could be an E6. You won't know until you get it.
Could be the E6. I promise you it won't be air.
The key
Schrodinger's E6.
Huh?
The key is for Stubbs' heart.
Yeah.
It is the key to my heart. If you I see every sale that comes through this Etsy shop because me and the guy, I still don't know his first name. He still doesn't share it with me, but we're fast friends. And he won't tell me where he lives. He won't let me send him any fun gifts. He's very secretive. He's a very, very nice guy. And he makes good, really cool things. He goes above and beyond with each new product that he makes. If we can pull up the visual really quick, he also made something else that I don't have yet called the This Many Days Since Last Handheld Accident thing. That's really
nice.
Fun.
He's slowly building a statue of Stubbs.
He is. And he also sells Stubbs nubs. And thanks to Aquaclef Game Tech Talk, we're now making the ring be a permanent product.
I have a question. Have you considered 3D printed busts of your face?
You know, I have. Yeah, you know, I definitely have.
Can we get
you want
that?
You want a busk on your desk?
A bust of you.
A bust?
No, okay. Look at his head right now, and just imagine a handle on the side of just a mug.
Oh, like you can drink, like you could drink coffee out of me.
Yeah, it's shaped. It's not a picture. It's shaped like your head with a handle on the side.
What sort of expression do you want the bust to be?
Oh, you can sell different expressions.
Yeah, it can be different ones.
Different ones, like
and
the
one where you're doing your taste tests.
Yep.
Yes.
Like the handle is your hand with like a thumb on the side, like this.
With my stub. Aish, you got Hitchhiker's thumb too.
Yeah,
I never noticed this.
Yeah, I got it too.
Gilly, we do it. Let's do a thumb
We
test.
are gamers after all.
Yeah.
I've never looked at your guys' thumbs before, really.
I look at your thumbs all the time. I don't.
Oh,
that's all I do.
It's not a thing.
Oh.
Half the views in our videos is just me looping like the part of your thumbs.
Bean. Beans is gonna be upset. I mean, Ban. Keep calling him Bean.
That's his new name now. I'm gonna call him.
He's gonna be upset if he doesn't. He's gonna stop producing this podcast if I don't give him hourly beans. I don't want to get up again. He's up there scratching at my ceiling, just whispering beans at me.
Now I want a 3D
Stop
printed
it. Look at this.
mug.
Stubbs mugs. This is brilliant. This is freaking brilliant.
Yeah. I mean, we're onto something here. I'm telling you.
We just lost three viewers in the last 10 seconds.
We'll be back. They're trying to go look for Stubbs mugs.
We gained a viewer. Okay.
Go.
We need to compose ourselves. Rob, do you mind pulling up the 3D Printed Studio Etsy shop for us? I want to show one more thing. Hey, Joey. Stubbs mugs handles.
Comes with Stubbs.
You guys are gonna kill me here. I love you so much. This is so much fun. I'm gonna probably pee myself soon. As I get older, it's harder to keep everything in. You know what I mean. Okay. Let's get back on track.
Oh, we're really getting back on track. All right.
I'm trying to find this.
RetroHandhelds.link/the 3D printed studio. I think we even have a thing for it, maybe in our banners. I'll type the link. No, not that link. Do not go to that link. Don't Google that. Don't.
Don't have a good time.
Oh,
I didn't mean to show that.
Oh no, I got it though.
Not a sponsored video. Okay.
I got it.
We are a sponsored video for Stubbs Snips. So the 3D Printed Studio Mystery Man made a mystery box, and you can buy that for $20 right there. But what I wanted to show you today is there's nothing about it. There's nothing what's going to be. I don't even know if what you buy is going to be this. Like, he sends me a different box every time, so like it's a completely different puzzle. Because I've also had like that other one you guys saw recently with the spinning compass medallion on the top. You might get that one. Who knows? But
Stubbs
you'll love it.
The E6 business strategy.
Hey, now I don't know what's inside.
I don't know what you're gonna get.
Rob, if we navigate back though, there's one other thing that launched today on the store. If we scroll down, it is the number of days, like 39 days. I wonder if this means he's 39 years old. That's almost same age. 39 days since you threw your last handheld. Now, with the little RH logo, that's fun, and there you can put different numbers on here. I want to do one of these though that somebody mentioned. This many days since the last handheld came out. So we can say,
Nice.
it's been this many days since Anbernic or Powkid or Ayaneo released a handheld. But this is fun, and it's only, I think, $7. So
that's great. I'm all for that idea.
He's so creative, and he keeps releasing more retro handheld products that I'm just starting to call it the RH 3D Printed Studio Store. because there's just you can get yourself some D&D spinners and counters and stuff, and also of course the nubs. We have the ring on sale now.
Hey,
and
20 people have this in their cart, so
what?
People should check out. Why are they not checking out?
Yeah, 20 people. Are you one of the 20 on this stream? What's the holdup? Is it the shipping? Talk to me. We'll get local printers in your country of choice, maybe, if it's Australia at least. And
hey, that's part of the country. That counts. Part of the world. I'm sorry.
It's true. Now we're transitioning to Rob's on the spot review of Stubbs nubs. Rob, what do you think of my nubs?
I haven't actually opened them yet.
I'm saving you the.
I'm trying to see what I want to do with them for you.
Oh,
yeah.
I was trying to save you the.
They're mint. They're mint and.
I was going to save you the trouble of doing a video, but.
No, they're mint.
If you're going to do something with them, I'll save.
Look at those. Look at the.
I'll wait patiently.
Look at that. Man.
Yeah, what does that feel like?
Feels amazing.
Doesn't it? Yeah.
Are we still,
like that's,
are we still talking about the nubs? Are we still talking about the nubs?
We're still.
I do get it. I really like this one. Look at the layering on this thing.
Does it feel like my heart is directly transported to yours?
You have direct access to my pancreas now.
I do. I will use my powers for good.
I mean,
they always say that the
I can't wait to put these on my pair of
nips,
honestly.
Yeah, that's real nice. Thanks for sharing your thoughts.
They grab you and they don't want to let go.
For the package.
I want to stop talking with the nubs, but I can't. It's just
this is what you do with Stubbs nubs all day.
You rub them.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to find the right device for them too. They got to be the right device, the right set of nips for them. You know, they deserve to be on the perfect handheld.
They're nice and grippy. Stubbs got good nubs.
Thanks,
he
guys.
Does have good nubs.
I'm really glad we're making this all about me now. But now we're done talking about me because we're here to talk about a man. I was gonna say a little dude, but I don't know his size or dimensions in comparison to myself. So he looks great though. His name's Gilly. Gilly, dude, you have hit a new milestone. You hit 20,000 subscribers on your Brazilian channel, right? Oasis Digital.
That's right. To be honest, just reached 21,000 today.
What?
Wow.
Today?
Super excited.
Congrats.
Super excited, yes.
Your channel's old enough to drink.
Right.
In America.
That's true. Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited. It's not I don't have I wish I would spend more time doing the channel, but of course I still work full time. But that's the dream. Maybe in the future we can get going and then I can do this full time. Yeah.
That it will happen. It's just going to, dude. I think Joey's Retro Handhelds just passed 10,000 and he's doing full time. The madman. Now I still think it's because Canada pays YouTubers way better than other countries, but we just need to hear it. May be the talent that he has too. He's very good. So
the government gives people in Canada money. It's not fair.
It's a socialist society. Yeah,
it's Canadian dollars. So take that for what it's worth. But
yeah,
YouTube now. Wow.
YouTuber is the resident career of most Canadians.
Yep.
Yes.
That or syrup collector.
Fair. Little racist. It's fine, Aish. It's all right.
No, it's not. We all love maple syrup. Okay. Maple syrup knows no boundaries, knows no colors. It's just
delicious.
Exactly.
It's all right.
It's great.
What are you talking about?
It's okay. I mean, there was that time that I attacked poor people on the show, so it's like we all get one. We all get one.
You know what really bothers me about Canada?
What? Just let it all out.
No, it's from that 70s show, and it was a good question. If ham is Canadian bacon, then what do you call bacon in Canada? And I don't know the answer. I don't know if anybody here watched that 70s show.
Aren't they called the Royal Canadian Mounted Police?
The bacon?
Yeah. They're the cops.
I'm not sure how to respond to that one.
P, right? Is that what you call them?
I'm just gonna wait for Joey in the they just call it bacon. That's confusing.
They just call it bacon, but it's not
somebody
good
just
bacon.
said bacon.
but it's not good bacon.
I agree with that.
Problem.
Yeah,
well, that's why Joey's reviews are always so different than ours, because he doesn't. He has different bacon.
He's angry because he doesn't have bacon.
He has sort of that. He has that childhood trauma of not having real bacon.
It's awful.
American strips.
You guys ever get like
American strips?
You ever get a pizza with Canadian bacon on it, and you just rampage, and you're like, "Get it out of here!"
That's
storm
ham.
Out of the house. It is ham.
Just put some pineapple on there.
It is ham. Well, why don't we say it's ham? Why don't we just... Anyways.
I don't know. Snow Mexico's weird, man.
We've derailed the conversation. We're trying to highlight our guest.
Sorry.
Can we stop hating Canada for 2 seconds?
I love Canada.
Me too. I lived there for some time in my life. Gilly, where have you lived?
Everywhere.
You flew planes. You were a plane man.
Yeah, I was a cabin crew for Emirates Airlines for 8 years. So
you saw some stuff.
Yeah, I've been everywhere, man. Probably name a country, I've probably been. But lived. I lived in Uruguay, China, Italy, Portugal, Brazil.
Now you're in Ireland, right?
I'm in Ireland right now. Yeah, I was in Dublin, Ireland, like Republic of Ireland. Now I'm in Belfast, which is Northern Ireland, part of the United Kingdom. So it's in UK now. Yeah. So yeah, I've been around.
I didn't know that. You've been everywhere. You've been to Canada, right? And
yes, I've been to Toronto. Yep.
Have you ever been inside the Earth? Like, have you ever flown into one of the countries inside the planet? Like, have you gone? I think the North Pole and the South Pole have entrances to the Middle Earth, right, where all the orcs are.
Yeah.
Have you ever been?
Not really. No. Never
Really?
done that. No. Never done that.
What about the Bermuda Triangle? Is that real?
I've been to Bahamas, but not the Bermuda Triangle. No, I would have remembered.
Okay,
No.
Would you though? Because if you wander into an alternate reality, how long would it take you to notice? You think?
True,
Like slightly off, like everything's slightly off.
but at the same time, we're all around this. We all play games, watch movies. I would prepare myself to go into the Bermudas, and then I would definitely would remember.
You think like there's like some lightning and like a whole dramatic thing that happens, or do you think it's like waking up from a dream and it's like my house is a little different than it was yesterday. I can't put my finger on it. There's like a hazy effect. It's like a Screen Deck LE versus a 512 right now. My reality is not quite.
There's a wild way to bring that back in.
Yeah, there's a glitch in the Matrix.
Yep.
Stubbs, did you change suppliers by any chance? Because
I'm just having fun with that. It's just good to see everybody. Like, you guys are so much fun.
I missed you guys so much.
Me too. I gotta loop back around to Rob asking about his vacation soon, but Gilly, all drugs and parallel dimensions aside, how are you doing, man? Like, we haven't talked in a couple of years now on the podcast anyway.
It's been a while, yeah. So right now, I'm working as a security officer in a big shop here in Northern Ireland. So basically, I just walk around all day, look at CCTV, and catch people stealing stuff. So that's my job. And then when I go home,
when you catch them?
Well, today I got a girl, 11 years old, just walking out of the shop with a bag full of stuff, and the alarm beeped. So I went after her. I said, "Excuse me." The crazy thing is,
you went after the child.
Yeah,
he threw hands.
The crazy thing, she was walking and talking on the phone. She put her mom on a speakerphone, and then she said, "No, like he can do anything to you. Just drop the bag and run." And that's what she did. She dropped the bag and ran, the girl. So I grabbed the bag and took it back to the shop, and I wrote a report for it.
Yeah, but, I mean, you're not going to beat up an 11-year-old girl.
No. You
wouldn't download a car. Like, you're not going to.
No. Basically, we don't confront anyone. If they want to get away, we don't fight anyone. Sometimes I wish I could.
You just want the product back. Oh, see, there we go. Yeah, and so that's why you have a handheld and you're gaming, because then you can play Assassin's Creed and kind of get that rage out that the 11-year-old girl stole from you.
You just see the worst in people in retail, man.
Yeah, you do. You'll be surprised how much people walk out with like bags full of Legos, and if you look, try to stop them, I'm gonna stab you, and they just walk away. It was like,
is this like a mall?
It's actually it's like one of those big shops, like Target. You know, they sell everything from food up to electronics. You know, and this one that I work is the biggest in Northern Ireland. So it's huge. It's 2 floors, and I'm the only security officer there. So
it sounds like Walmart behavior.
What's that?
Go ahead.
What'd you say?
Sounds like Aish said it sounds like Walmart behavior.
Yeah, because he said like Target. I was like, this sounds more like Walmart behavior.
Yeah, well, it's not that bad. But of course, you know, in Christmas, during Christmas, these kind of things happen all the time. You know, it's just, I guess it's the time of the year. You know,
has anyone ever stolen a Ayaneo cone?
Yeah, we don't sell that stuff there. No, no.
Aw.
You guys don't have any video games? Do you have like first-party consoles at least?
We do have games. A lot of like PlayStation and Xbox games. Like Nintendo Switch games, some mini games, like some of those, like I don't even know, like it's probably one of those like look like a RG35XX, but it's only play NES games. You know, they sell those over there, but that's it. You know, electronics will have like microwaves and all stuff for home, but not really like an Xbox console.
Yeah, you could probably play Doom on those.
You could.
Yeah, you could. You can play Doom anywhere.
Well, hopefully while you are fighting crime as your day job, your night job being a YouTuber and Brazilian model, of course, does keep you very busy. I see that you've augmented your environment. You have some of that fun lighting in the back. What's the story with the CRT TV?
Yeah, I just got a CRT TV and I got a Super Nintendo as well. But it's of course I'm in the UK, so it's the UK version with the different colors and the controllers. So this one over here. See?
Oh, the original, the PAL colorway. I'm okay with it. I wasn't nostalgic for it as a kid because we had, of course, the North American color scheme. But now Aish is trying to start these inter-country wars lately. Don't worry about him.
He totally not. I'm just saying, like purple and gray is NES.
It is to me.
I grew up in Brazil, and I had a Super Nintendo. It was the American version, so to me, it's more nostalgic having the the purple color. Again, you see, that's why I did that, because for me, it's more nostalgic. But well, there's only so much you can do here, so I wanted to get something cheap and fast. So I decided to go for this one, and it's nice. It's good to play the old games on a CRT TV. It's just the feeling is different,
Well, I always, and I'm excited to see your content on this. Are you going to do some CRT and like analog content?
I was thinking about it, but I got so much stuff.
I know you feel burnt out. I feel burnt out right now.
Yeah. There's so many devices coming. I just got the new retro deck, and I'm still doing stuff for the Steam Deck OLED. And then you got the OD2 is still working, the RG35XX, and then Direwolf controller, Direwolf 2 from Fly Gigi. There's so many things, and then there's not enough time to do it. So I think this is something that I want to do it, but it's in second plan now. I'm not gonna focus on that now.
We actually have something similar going on, and basically like our decision was we need more passion projects, so we're going to start doing a little bit more of that. Like the product reviews, they're going to be there and people are still going to consume it. They're going to want to watch it. At some point you got to do stuff that you're going to enjoy doing, because a lot of us got into this because we wanted to make videos that we wanted to watch. And then it kind of built up on you, and at a certain point you're like, man, I feel like I'm making the same video. So being able to break away from that is really important, and just make a video that you enjoy making, and chances are that video is going to do really well for you anyway.
Yeah,
you can tell when somebody does something they love.
Russ always talks about doing a palate cleanse between these company sponsored videos, because once companies learn that you're doing reviews, you will get hit up by everybody, by the most off the wall products. And then it's funny because the smaller, companies that have things like Steam Deck docks, they're some of the most aggressive of everybody. They're like, we want a video today, right when you get it. It's like, no.
Exactly. Exactly.
Set your boundaries, because you're in control of the content at the end of the day. You don't have to review these things, do what makes you happy.
The moment a company send me an email and they ask me to send the video to them for approval, I say, no, I'm not doing it.
Oh yeah.
I'm not doing it.
Oh yeah. That's a major
not
turn
at all.
For sure.
Yeah. And they said, no, I just want to see. Nope. You guys are not going to control what I put on my channel. It's my channel.
I actually had to turn down a product because of that. I was like, no, I can't like make those promises beforehand. I just, there's no way.
Exactly.
It's true. Yeah, the cheaper the product costs, the more aggressive the company is.
Really
but like with
really
me,
hard.
like I am very demanding when asking about Stubbs nubs. They are $4. But when I hear a reviewer gets them, I pull them on the show, I put them under duress, I threaten them until I get what I want, which is a deep dive review, an in-depth deep dive review of at least an hour or more. So
now, if you actually think about it, it makes sense that they would be like that, because there's all these companies fighting in a super saturated market. They just want even if it's just a little bit of screen time, and they know that if they're not on you, if they're not like begging you, somebody else is going to come up with something more interesting, and you're going to go in the back burner. So for them, that's it. Chances are those companies are not even going to be around in a few months. So they're just trying to get that sale going, which is why you got to know when to say no.
Yeah. And to me right now, it doesn't even make sense to make a lot of videos for I'm doing those videos because I love handhelds and I love retro gaming. But I don't know if you guys know that, but like in Brazil right now, they approved a law that they are charging 92% of the price of the device. So you pay 2 devices. So if something costs $200, you have to pay $400 to get it. So my affiliated links, the sales dive down to nearly zero, because people are not really buying anymore because they can't spend that much money. So for me, it doesn't make much sense. I've actually thought about, okay, I should be investing in, maybe the English channel, because I can actually reach the whole world and, more people seeing my content. But again, when you think about it, I love the Brazilian public. They're so nice. And, I have this background with these people, and I love that. And I don't want to stop doing that.
So that's where you could pivot to like sponsors instead of relying on like affiliate links.
Yeah, something like that. What I'm doing right now, actually, is I'm doing raffles in Brazil. So I do a raffle for devices, and it's crazy, because those consoles are it's hard access. It's difficult to get access to those consoles in Brazil, especially now. So it's been a huge success. I've been doing 3 raffles a week, and they sell like that. This is actually what's helping me to keep the channel and buying those devices. Otherwise, I couldn't do it. Yeah.
Sorry, the dad jokes hitting the chat right now. We're out of control. You're unhinged.
Now, I always feel sorry for Brazil when I see stuff like that, because they've always just been hammered by import loss for gaming.
Yes.
So
it's crazy.
I guess the only real way around that is to actually have the plant there manufacturing, which I'm guessing at some point maybe Nintendo or Sony's just gonna have to do that if they actually want to get in that market, because it's a big market.
Yeah,
the people want it.
Yeah, that's true.
It's very true. Well, man, you have 2 channels. So you run an English channel called Retro Oasis, which is what I have always known more. It's the one I follow because it's in English. But your way bigger channel, of course, is OásisDigital. Yeah, it has the little thing above the A that I always have to copy paste if I'm mentioning you. What do you call that thing? The little whoop, whoop.
Accent.
Accent, yeah. We say acento. Yeah.
Acento.
Ooh, that sounds much better.
I'm starting to understand a little bit of Brazilian though. Between you and Victor Amini on my feed and my social feed so much, I'm starting to like understand what some of the words mean.
My daughter's actually half Brazilian, so little Brazilian in the family. Yeah,
that's cool. Really?
I can't speak Portuguese.
Are you or your wife Brazilian or?
Yeah.
Okay, that would make sense. Yeah. Otherwise.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm definitely not Brazilian. Otherwise, I would hope I could speak some Portuguese.
It's a beautiful language.
It is.
Yes, it is.
It's very similar to Spanish. Very similar.
Yep.
Similar, I actually prefer it more. I think I like the way it sounds more.
Yeah, we probably can come in that just speak Portuguese, and they have an easier. Like, they'll come in and ask us like classes like, "Hey, do you guys want me to do this in English or Portuguese?" They're like, "It's either one's fine." Like they just have an easier time with us because of that.
Yeah. If someone speaks Spanish slow, I can actually understand.
Aish, can you speak Spanish to this man? Can we have a back and forth?
No. I don't know. We can't have Aish speak slow Spanish.
No.
That sounds.
I've never heard you speak Spanish. I don't think, besides talking to your family off the.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes when my son wanders in, I'll talk to him really quick.
That's all I.
Yeah, but see, the thing is with Spanish, especially in the northern part of Mexico where I live, we don't really talk slow. We talk really fast, actually.
Yeah,
you have to go like farther. Yeah, we have to go further down south, and the accent in northern Mexico is different than the rest. It's we call it. I guess in Spanish we call it golpeado. It's like a harder finish to the way you're saying things.
It's like the Stubbs knob spiky versus the regular rosebud. Yeah.
Yep.
That's fair.
One of my best friends is from Argentina, and when I talk to him, I speak in English. We talk in English all the time because he speaks so fast. I was like, nope, I can't do that.
We're gonna do it this way. So, also, Gilly, there was before we move on, there was a story that you asked me not to get you to talk about before the show. What was that story?
No, it wasn't. It's just like, as I mentioned to you, I'm going to Amsterdam for my holidays in 3 days. So naturally, my wife decided to do some shopping. Buy a jacket, gloves. It's super cold, so she wanted to do some shopping. And I said, yeah, let's do it. I don't mind going shopping with her.
Yeah.
Except for the fact that she spends too much money, but it's normal. Well, I joke around with her all the time, saying that she, once armed just with a credit card, she nearly saved Northern Ireland's economy just with a credit card, because that's how much money she spends. Anyway, we are walking for a while.
Yeah.
And my wife carries a very thorough check of every single shop on the way to where we're going.
Have to see it. Yeah.
It's like she's auditing the places, and it just drives me absolutely bonkers. So what I do, I make jokes. I try to keep my sanity and lighten up the mood. So we're walking for eons, and I said, no, I'm tired. I want to get something to drink. And she says, well, I'm tired too. I want a water. Okay, so we walk into this convenience store, and one of those, like 7-Eleven, there's only one Indian guy behind the counter. And I walk to the guy, behind him has a fridge, and then I say, hey, can I get like an orange Gatorade and a still water? So he grabs the 2 drinks, put on top of the counter, and then my wife immediately gets the water, opens up, and starts drinking. You know, one of those people that keeps the water inside their mouth for a little while before they swallow? Yeah, that's my wife. So I turn to her and I say, baby, what's the difference between Iron Man and Iron Woman? And then she looks at me for like half a second and says, and I say, one is a superhero. The other one is a command.
Oh.
Man, it looked like Niagara Falls. She spit water out everywhere on the floor, on the counter, on the staff, and she ran out of the shop. I was so embarrassed. And kind of proud.
Did you ever go back to that shop?
No, I just said, "Hey, I'm so sorry. I apologize." I walked out, and I was ready for my punishment because I know she was gonna be mad at me. But it was just the thing happened in a way that I've never seen she spit water this fast, and it was just funny. Something that happened to me yesterday.
It's something you have just in your mind now for the rest of your lives together, and that's what love is sort of accepting each other's horrible mistakes. So it's really nice. This is for your wife. Please accept all of our shortcomings. If you're watching this out there, you have no idea what's going on. We're just sharing some anecdotes. But hey, thank you for that story. That was fun. Every time you come on, you share the best stories. The elevator one still gets me to this day. Watch that episode, everybody. Look up our Retro Oasis podcast episode from like 2 years ago. It's such a good episode. Let's talk about games we're playing right now. Okay, what are you playing, Gilly? What's on deck?
Actually, on your deck? What I'm playing, I was actually playing before I start. I'm playing Chaz.
What's Chaz? I wonder if I own this.
It's like a Metroidvania type of game, and it's really like has like very high Castlevania vibes. So I'm actually loving that game. I got 6 hours on it, and I'm just loving every moment. Besides that, I'm playing another game which is called Circuit Superstars.
Okay,
have you heard about it? It's I'll show you here really quick. It's one of those racing games. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but it's kind of
those overhead, overhead.
It's kind of like rock and roll racing.
Oh yeah,
great.
And there's so many different tracks and cars and trucks and pickups, and the way that the different cars you get different ways that the cars behave, and it's just so much fun. It plays perfect on the deck. It's fantastic.
Well, in Chasm, I found it here. This is the one, right?
Yeah, fantastic game. Yes.
It's verified for deck, and it is $20 now, but I wonder if Humble Bundle or somewhere has it.
On Black Friday, it was really cheap. They always get like a big discount on it. Big discounts.
One game I must have missed.
Yeah, so good. And I'm playing actually also the Dead Space, the new one. It was on Game Boy on the Xbox Game Pass, so I got a chance to play now. Yeah, I love the other ones. I played so much, and then I decided to play the remake. Oh, I love Dead Space. It's so much fun. I love like sci-fi kind of. Yeah,
I've never played Dead Space in my life.
Oh my god, you don't know what you're missing. It's a fantastic game. Yeah.
Wow. I'll try it. I have it. I own it on like 3 different consoles.
Yeah.
And like 2 or 3 different versions of it.
It's so good.
I just need to launch it. That's all.
I think I finished so many times the first one. I finished in the hardest difficulty using just the pistol because it was the other one of achievement or something. It was just like so much fun.
Yeah, James, we're talking about Chasm.
Chasm.
People are recognizing the game.
Yeah.
Oh, Dragon's Dogma is a great one.
Oh, I actually have Dragon's Dogma here as well. It's another one that I want to play. I have it on my deck as well.
I have it installed.
So my games right now, I'm going, you know what I'm doing? I'm going back through old Battlefield and Call of Duty single player campaigns just for nostalgia's sake. I missed out. I slept on a lot of them. I always played multiplayer and I never played single player. So now I'm going through and I'm realizing, dude, there's some great storylines, some great single player content in these older Call of Duty games. The 2014 one, Advanced Warfare. Kevin Spacey, by the way, is uncanceled now. He was found innocent of all charges.
Yeah, I saw that.
Now we can enjoy his performances again and be open about that. But he's in Advanced Warfare in 2014, and it is such a good single-player campaign. It's just, I'm having a lot of fun with that. But I'm legally obligated to say this month I am enjoying the games of the month on the Retro Handhelds Discord server. Those games being, of course, Metal Gear Solid or Twin Snakes, if that's your flavor, Mario Brothers 3, made by Russ Crandall, and also Mega Man Battle Network. which is a long RPG. I'm not going to play that one, but I would definitely want to play through Mario Brothers 3 with my wife. And Metal Gear is a childhood favorite that I've beaten a few times over the years. I want to play the Twin Snakes version this time on GameCube.
I think it's time I play it. I think this is life telling me it's time for you to play Metal
Twin
Gear
Snakes
games.
is great. It's great. The cutscenes are like very over the top. It's awesome.
I'm gonna start it tonight.
Yeah.
Yep. It's
I
game of the
recommend
month.
it.
So if
it's fun to compare the original version with the Twin Snakes version.
I've played the first like 2 I guess levels would be the best way to say it a bunch of times, but for some reason I just never stick with it. And I always tell myself like I need to play these games, and I got Twin Snakes ready to go. I'm gonna start it tonight.
Yeah, the plumber game. I think that's Mario actually. So.
That's what I'm playing. I'm playing Mario Wonder, Mario RPG.
Ooh, yeah, the new one for Switch.
And then I've found my way back to Mini Motorways. That game is super soothing for me. I really enjoy that one a lot.
My soothing game that I play just to relax, I think, is just Grim Valor. It's an Android game, and it's on Switch apparently.
I see you always demoing that one. I've actually talked about the game before too.
It's fun.
Really? Yeah, it's hard.
Actually it's a good Android game.
It's a really good. It's like my favorite Android game. That one lately, and one I always load up in my deck, of course, is Mega Man 11. You're going to see that heavily in my Steam Deck video. But this new game that Gilanimal got me into from our community called 30XX. It's kind of like a Mega Man style game.
Oh yeah.
But
I think it's for the same creator of Mega Man or something like that.
One of the creators from the team, and they made an RPG element action-based sort of Mega Man style game, and that one is pretty neat. I was a big fan of 20XX though, so I'm just now trying to get into 30XX. How about you, Aish?
I didn't know 20XX was a game. What was the thing? I'm sorry.
What game? What are you playing right now?
Oh, right now. No, I was just saying, like, I didn't know that 20XX was a thing. I heard about 30XX. Right now, I've been playing Bye Bye Box Boy. I think I talked about it earlier. I love that game. If anybody hasn't tried it out, it's a 3DS game. It's a pretty simple puzzle game. It's a side scroller. You move a box around and you make boxes, and it's just fun. It's a relaxing game.
Nice.
I started playing Fallen Order because I never got around to playing that game.
Nice.
But I feel like if I start playing that right now, it's gonna just eat up my time, and I'm kind of going between a bunch of games. But I think right now I just made up my mind that I'm going to start Metal Gear.
Metal Gear Solid?
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid.
Me too. Yeah, that's the one I'm playing first and foremost. I'm actually really excited that I have an excuse to do it. And if you join now to our discord.gg/retro handhelds in our description, you can take part in the Game of the Month program, which nets you RH points. You know what that gets you? Fun merch, bags, shirts, hats, different things. Or you can just save your points and then use them for whatever you want later. Maybe weird favors from Aish. Who knows? So
We'll talk. Griffnix start playing Bye Bye Box Boy. So just saying that they bought it 3DS game. It's a really good game. So I definitely, if anybody here is into like puzzle games and they just want something to chill and play at night, and it's a good night game because it's just mostly black and white, so it doesn't really do anything crazy with like lights. It's a good one to enjoy.
Yeah, there's a couple games in this series. It's definitely a really really fun series.
Which was weird because the first one's Bye Bye Box Boy, and then there's Bye Bye Box Boy, and there's 3 games. It's like why are you saying bye so many times? And then there's kids in the next one. There's like little boxes, and he gets married to another box, and it gets wild. I need to know the lore.
That's some Super Meat Boy level.
Yeah, I mean it's basically it's like Super Meat Boy, but not fast. And actually, no, it's nothing like Super Meat Boy. Forget everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say
that's all right. That's all right. I want to try it out. So this is a 3DS game that I can legally purchase off a ROM website. Of course, we can find it. If you're never sure, of course, where to get your games, where to get your ROMs, we are definitely not the people to go to for that. We don't have any sort of links or URLs that you could go to that would give you an entire like plethora of BIOS files and ROMs and things.
We don't know anything about gnomes.
We don't know anything about any gnomes, any alternate dimensions, but Joey's Retro Handhelds does. Go to his channel. He has tons of videos about this stuff.
If you're only listening to the audio version, you should go back to that segment on video on YouTube and see that we don't know anything about those links.
We're not really sure what to say about any
legally
gray area things to get Boxy Boy. You know, there's a game called Booby Boys.
What?
What?
For Game Boy. My wife, when I'm scrolling through the ROM collection, curating, my wife always points out Booby Boys for Game Boy.
Did you get your ROM list from Anbernic by any chance?
Oh, did you guys notice that
games?
the 35XX, like the ROMs aren't numbered?
Amazing.
Yeah. Like
Someone
on the
needs
SD
to call
card?
this out.
Well, it's weird. They are numbered, but they're
Only
in
on one
that's
SD card.
That's the not on the
Yeah.
SD card. It's just the launcher that's doing it, giving you like a number of the game.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
the
exactly. It's
File
in
name
alphabetical order,
itself,
though.
yeah, the
Yeah,
file
I
name
know.
itself isn't numbered. It's great.
I know,
They
it threw me
finally
off
got
at
rid of the
first.
number.
Yeah,
It's
I know.
almost like they're listening. It's amazing.
No, I think that was a good mistake. I think
It
they
was. I
don't
hope they
actually know what
stick
they're
with
doing.
that. Yeah, I don't go back to the numbers, please, Anbernic. Nobody wants that. Do any of you guys like actually curate like the lists of games you're playing? I'm doing that for the first time on the Steam Deck. Like I'm only picking games that I actually want to get to, and it's a weird experience because I'm used to just dumping like all of the Super Nintendo games that I've legally backed up and just having them on a handheld. I don't know. Do any of you guys do that, or you just drop games in there?
Well, I have like my go-to set of
whatever
games
you
I
want,
always like to
man.
put on a handheld. But then, yeah, I mean, I try to keep trash off,
Mhm.
not just dump all these games on there.
Yeah,
Mm.
the
Yeah, so I probably do the same
RGB30 kind
thing.
of got me doing that now, where I was like, you know what? I don't want to just throw everything this thing can play. I don't want to do that. I want to put the games that I actually want to play on this here. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of going through that process, and it's fun seeing how many games I'm never going to get to.
Oh, you guys. Yeah. I'm not on any altered sub. This is just my Friday night energy. No. Hey, let's talk about something else though. Let's get into this, okay? You guys ready for this? Gilly, you're on the spot, man. Adore, keep, delete. Have you seen this segment on our show?
Yep.
You ready for this one? We want to know, what one handheld would you adore for one night till the battery runs dry? What one handheld would you keep for a lifetime? And what one handheld would you delete from existence?
Okay. What I would adore for one night. Well, the battery wouldn't last that much depending on what I would be playing, but it would be the Lenovo Legion Go.
Yeah.
It's got like this massive, beautiful screen, and everything looks amazing on it. So yeah, that would be for one night. Delete. Oh my God, there's a fantastic device.
Love
Fantastic.
it.
Yeah.
I'm totally returning it to Best Buy because I can't justify keeping this on the deck, but I'm with you.
It's true. It's true. It's true. Now the deck arrives, like it's just on the sidelines now. But yeah, so to delete, that's a long list. I would have to go. I would have to go with the Wing 600. I think
Fair. Sujano would agree with you.
Yeah,
I would go with the Wing 600.
And he does.
I don't know.
Look at him. He's so
It's just-
surprised.
yeah, I don't know. I can't find a reason for that device to exist. It's just half baked, no dual channel. It's just wrong.
it's
I
the
know,
552 of handheld PCs.
Not even Beans can disagree
Yeah,
with you.
that's true. That's true. Only handheld PCs, and to keep forever. That's my Steam Deck OLED. It's just
Oh yeah.
that would be
Did-
forever.
Did you put a 2 terabyte drive in?
Yes. I did upgrade. Actually, did a video. I put a video on channel.
Yes, I saw that.
The process of the upgrade, and now it's just that's all I need. Amazing battery, amazing screen. Yeah.
I thought how you did the video was better than some of these like iFixit. I thought theirs was a little. They went through it too fast. Yours is way more detailed, so that's the one I'm going to follow when I do my upgrade.
Is it in Portuguese?
Thanks.
But it is in
Yeah,
Portuguese.
Portuguese.
That's
You
even
can
better.
probably-
No, that's better.
It lets me
Okay,
focus.
Yeah. Whoever is watching English, I think you can do auto captions, auto translations. It's not gonna be perfect, but it should be enough to, to
Don't
help.
need it. Just enjoy the melody.
Sujano. You guys got to be on the same show where we'll do a Win 600 anti-stream.
Oh, Mr. Sujana, did we just become best friends? Yes, for sure. For sure. I do watch your channel. I do watch your channel, Mr. Sujana. Yeah.
I think if the Win 600 was cheap, nobody would really hate it. But because it's so expensive, it gets deleted.
Yes. I think if it was cheap, it would make sense. But the price was released, no.
Like $199 would have been perfect for the Win 600. Maybe $250 for like the higher end model. That would still make sense. But $400, it was just insane.
Yeah. Crazy. I had such a hard time with that device. This was just, oh my God, it's just trash. But again, it's my experience. I'm sure there's people that disagree.
Oh, there's people that love it. Yeah.
We kind of delved into this on the Sujano episode last month. But I mean, it was definitely... We have love for Win 600 around here because of the history, because of the experience. I mean, Rob built his channel on the Win 600, but at the same time, I think all of us can agree that there's definite shortcomings. And I mean, I don't have a Win 600.
With the Steam Deck readily available, there's no world where that device should exist.
Yeah, at $160, Beans is right. That is definitely worth. Ban is right. That is worth it. But I think I don't have a Win 600, and that kind of speaks volumes about what I really think about it at the end of the day. I don't have it. Doesn't matter. I think
it's crazy how first-party handheld PCs are actually the better alternative, like the cheaper alternative to like these Chinese manufacturers, whereas with other handhelds it's the opposite. Like you have all these cheap options to like the Switch, the Vita, and all of that, but when you look at handheld PCs, they're all over $1,000, but you can get an open box ROG Ally for like 400. That's crazy. You get an LCD Steam Deck. They were going for like 250. That is the best deal of any handheld you can get, is just a used LCD Steam Deck. You're going to be able to play pretty much everything, and you're paying under $300 for it. That's insane.
Yeah. If you love Windows and you get a ROG Ally, you're set. You don't need anything else. You can play all the emulators. You can play a bunch of PC games. It's perfect. And then you don't have to pay $1,000 for an Ayaneo Kun or you know, those crazy prices for an
Your way was probably more correct.
As long as you don't need an SD card, the ROG Ally is great.
Yeah.
I'm really like the Legion Go. I was just like not even interested into it until I started like really looking into it. I was like, wow, this is an interesting handheld.
Yeah.
Aish, you don't need it, man. You have, I know, but I know your thing. I know you need to touch. I know
he
you
wants
need
to
to touch
One
it
X
once.
Fly.
Touch it.
You want to touch it
Oh,
once.
did you know the One X Fly is my?
Hey.
Oh man, that's
his adore. That's his adore for sure.
I never ever feel compelled to touch a 1X Fly. I never, in my whole lifetime, I don't think I ever need to touch that one. Just saying.
Because if you do, you're not gonna want to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Oh really? You know what? I thought the same thing about the Legion Go. I thought it was so dumb, and then I touched it, and I was like, dude, this is the best freaking grip.
Yep.
This beats the Steam Deck as far as ergonomics to me, but the screen, while the best IPS I've seen, still doesn't beat that OLED. I mean, come on.
There's the thing with the 1X Fly, like individually, it doesn't on paper. It's just it's whatever. You don't really. There's nothing that really stands out about it. But once you're actually holding it,
really, have you seen the glorious fold?
Together? Yeah. It's game changer.
That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, the case.
Yeah. Does 1X have this? You charge it right through the hole.
It's just so compact and powerful, and it
I'll never forget when when that thing arrived in the mail. I was like, "What the hell did I order? Was it a suitcase? That thing is ridiculous." The Legion Go packaging was absurd. It was just like,
massive.
It's a little silly.
I did not have a good experience with one netbook. Like you're saying about the 1X Fly, like one netbook. I know I had a 1X player. I had issues with my screen. I tried contact them so many times. I never got a response. I mean, I did, but every time I sent pictures and I explained what it was a screen. They just stopped responding. I would just change emails, try different accounts. Nope. So I decided I wouldn't buy anything from them anymore.
Yeah. That's the thing with companies like that. It's like they make a really good product on like if you actually hold it and get a good one. but the support isn't there. There's a chances that you're not going to get something that's functioning fully, and then to go through that process is a pain.
And that's always a con for those devices. I mean, you just don't know really the post-sales support for these Chinese manufacturers. It's the biggest thing.
Plus, the code name for the Legion Go is Zelda, so that makes me actually want to hold it even more. Because as you know, Stubbs, Zelda is my all-time favorite franchise.
Yeah, this is actually what's playing down on my Super Nintendo there.
I see that.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
That's what's fun about having a CRT in your YouTube videos. You can swap out the games every episode or every video, and then
being made in China.
Little,
Chinese company that makes like brand new CRT TVs.
That's a thing.
Yeah,
is it really?
I think banned.
Wow.
I think it was banned that found it.
Wow.
Someone on the Discord found a link to one that.
I'd love to check that out. Yeah.
I saw it in a video because I was going down like a CRT loophole, and okay, we'll talk later, Joey. But not right now. Not until after the holidays, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. Not right now.
Yeah, if you want an LCD Steam Deck, everybody, the RH Marketplace.
Joey, you should review the Ayaneo Kun.
Oh, he should.
It's true. We really need to see that comparison. The LCD
no reason at all.
Steam Deck.
Just, I want you to review it just so that I want to be able to buy it off you for cheap.
But no, I was going down a CRT rabbit hole, and yeah, there's still some being made. It's cool technology that I never appreciated as a kid. And somebody earlier was saying that CRTs are still going strong in India, and that makes sense. I need to see one in person again though, with like a modern game running. I'm having like a hard time just visualizing what that really looks like because I just keep thinking about like my 480p.
Aish, you said I'm the one who says weird stuff that sounds wrong out of context. What's happening to you?
I'm hanging out with you too much.
Yeah.
We're friends.
Stubbs nubs rubbed off on him. Yeah. He got the Stubbs nub rub.
There's
Gilly will know Stubbs nubs rub pretty soon.
1080p CRTs in Thailand. I need to go to Thailand.
3D printed studio. I know you're watching this stream right now.
Wow.
Going to Gilly.
Wait, how are they? I thought they didn't have pixels though. How's it 1080p?
Yeah, I never heard of that before.
We've derailed ourselves. So everybody, let's end this stream soon. We have any final outbursts or accusations?
Zelda rules.
Zelda does.
Yeah.
Hey, where can we find you, Gilly? People want to find you.
Yes. My channel, OásisDigital. It's my Brazilian channel. It's the place where I upload more content. And we also have the channel Retro Oasis. It's in English. It's been a while since I uploaded, but I actually have a plan to start uploading back to that channel and hopefully grow to a bigger audience. Instagram. Actually, I do have a TikTok account, which I upload some videos, but it's not great. So basically Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Everything you can find on my channel. I got all the links over there. So it's easy access.
I like easy access. It's at.
Well, we know because you love that Legion Go case.
At canal Oásis, OásisDigital official.
That.
I don't think Stubbs is going to be able to say that.
The place where you can find Gilly is in our description. I'll have the YouTube channels, both YouTube channels linked in there, so you can find him and follow him. Dude makes great content, and he is someone I'm happy to call a friend. And I got to have you on the show more often. This is good times.
Definitely.
You make me feel extra silly. So that's it's
as we all could see today.
Man, yeah, just good times, guys. We are back on December 15th, Friday, with RGH. A different Discord server.
Cool.
Another retro handheld community. That's right. There's another one out there. And we'll have Jutleys and I believe another person from his team on the show. So we'll see. He wants to show us
to be able to meet Jutleys,
to meet Jutleys. Yeah, we're gonna
voice.
He's gonna take us through a tour. He's going to take us through a tour of his house and his curio cabinets with handhelds and kind of talk. We're going to talk about. He's the biggest collection I've ever seen, I believe. Yeah. He has this he has this shelf on top of his curios that's just all Windows handhelds, and it runs the length of like a 20-foot living room. It's impressive.
So we're gonna flex on us the whole time.
We're gonna do a flex stream of handheld flex. So everybody get your collections out. I think between the 3 other people on the stream, we might get to be half of. He's
gonna rich flex on us. Oh damn.
Okay. Yeah. So that'll be fun. But anyways, guys, until the next one, we want to thank you all for watching, and please accept our shortcomings, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy this content. We'll be double as silly next time, leading all the way up to our New Year's Eve giveaway, which will be December 31st. With Rapid, we're going to do Games of the Year and all that fun stuff. Thank you again to our patrons and our subs. You guys are freaking awesome. Once again, I'm asking you to take a look at our YouTube subscription offerings, but that is not ready yet. So give me still more time because I'm learning. Very good. But until the next one, this has been Stubbs with Retro Handhelds. On behalf of Rob, Aish, and Gilly, take care of your handhelds and buy some Stubbs nubs.